The Real Housewives of Orange County is back. The much anticipated season 18 has premiered and it was everything. All right, guys, I know I haven't been on for a while. My energy levels have not been that great, but I'm feeling much better. So hopefully I can, get back to creating good content for you guys on a daily basis as I did before. Anyways, with all that said, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into the premiere. All right. So for this recap, I will be, talking about all the different scenes. I'm not sure if I'll be going in order because, you and I, we obviously watched the entire show. But really just talk about the ladies, some of the themes that I've noticed, and of course, the big face off between Shannon and Alexis. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so the season premiere, it starts off with Shannon. They get right into, Shannon's DUI, all that happened. This was in like segment one. Obviously, we see Shannon with her three daughters. Now in the Bravo universe, it's not daughters. Thanks to Teresa, we now say daughters. So, anyways, she's moved into a new rental and she's actually downsized. And I like it when Real Housewives they come down to reality. Like for Shannon, her three daughters are in university now, and she's essentially an empty nester. And she gets a three-bedroom rental where she can like walk to the beach. I just found it so cute how the kitchen island, like the bar stools and stuff, like all four of them won't fit. So then they move over to the couch seating area. So that was really great. And two of her daughters are going to university in the States. And then one of them, she is doing a program where I guess she's in Paris. And she's already been to like 9 countries, which is fantastic. Good for her. Now, say what you want about these housewives. A lot of their kids, they have a good head on their shoulder, and that's always nice to see. Like, as much as, we, the fans, we enjoy seeing the mess, whatever, we don't want to see this mess for the kids. We want the kids to be educated, thriving in whatever, lane they choose and pick to go on. So that's fantastic for the girls. And honestly, like, it's kind of weird because it's like the girls seem more mature in this situation. And then good for Shannon, she's taking accountability. She's having just like a real vulnerable discussion with the girls, like two of them. She was able to take them to college. And then I guess the third one, she hasn't been able to visit yet just because of the timing of her, DUI. Now, here's my 2 cents. I don't really know if Shannon has so much of a drinking problem. I think she has a John Jansen problem because what was it like last season? She was like, "Oh, we just get into like normal arguments and then I feel like, paralyzed afterwards." Something to that extent. Like basically she gets into normal arguments with John Jansen and then she just, she can't do anything afterwards. Like it just takes everything out of her. And then obviously we were all side eyeing Shannon, like Shannon, that's not like a normal argument, for you to have with your partner, your long-term boyfriend, whatever. Anyways, at this point of filming, they just started filming. John Jansen is already with Alexis. This man, John Jansen, he was all like, "Oh, I don't want to be in the public." But then he dates another housewife who was previously on the same show. Granted, Shannon and Alexis, technically they never filmed together, and it seems like they were never friends in real life, although they live in the same area. It's still weird. And I don't know, Shannon from the get go, she seems to be taking accountability. She wants to just go head on with Shannon, not Shannon, with Alexis, take care of it. We're going to get more into this as we see Shannon and Alexis later on. And then, of course, when I get to the discussion on Alexis, oh, trust me, we're gonna rip her apart because Alexis, girl, what do you think you're doing? It's not a cute look. Now, before I move on to the other ladies, let's just kind of like wrap up on Shannon's scenes and segments. Later on in the episode, we see Shannon with her lawyer. And unlike the lawyers in Real Housewives of New Jersey, this lawyer doesn't seem to be scheming and doing weird stuff to be kicked out of the Bar Association. Um, Anyways, good for Shannon. We see her with her lawyer. So she has 3 years of probation, 9 months of alcohol school. I don't know what this alcohol school is, but she kept saying, "Oh, I have like alcohol school, alcohol school." I'm like, what does that mean? I've never heard of that. Like, does she have to go to AA meetings? Like, I don't know what that means. And she is doing her community hours at the church. And a couple months ago, I remember when Shannon was on Jeff Lewis's show on Sirius FM. She talked about how she's really been enjoying doing her community hours at the local church. Essentially, at the church where you can like donate stuff. She works at the store, and she's been enjoying seeing all the good stuff that people donate, and then she basically like fixes everything up, puts it out for the retail storefront. And I recently heard, I don't know if she said on Watch What Happens Live, maybe it was, she was like how she still works there. So although she's done her community hours via working at the church, she enjoys it so much. It's a good place for her. I guess it's like a good schedule for her. So she's continuing those hours. Now, it's interesting because Shannon has never had a DUI. She's never done a hit and run. She's never had any of this stuff until this John Jansen situation. And we are going to see Shannon nip it in the butt with Gina down the road in the episode, which I thought, hats off to Shannon. She's doing everything right. And yeah, overall, good for Shannon. She seems apologetic. She's taking accountability. And I don't know if producers are in her ear, like, hey, Shannon, like, here's the roadmap for the season. We're going to give you a redemption arc. And this is a redemption arc I think the fans are looking forward to, because at the end of the day, like, Shannon's our girl. We've been seeing her on this show for I don't know how many seasons now, but she's been on for a while at this point. And she constantly seems to be in a situation. Now, granted, some of it is, I think, her own doing. Some of it is just like circumstantial based on the people around her. But this woman is, she gives us her all. We get to see all of what Shannon is going through. And this season, this redemption arc, I'm so here for it. All right, let's get into the housing situation for all the ladies. I feel like Heather Dubrow on her back all alone carries the show when it comes to the wealth, the gated community, the eleganza, the more is more. I feel like she carries the show on her back compared to, all the other ladies. So let's get into one of the themes here on the show, which is, just the living circumstances